Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from whatever part of the world you are joining. And I'm so happy to connect with you again. Usually, we connect on Fridays, but today, for a change, we are connecting on Monday. So, what is your plan for the week and how is your Monday going on? I'm sure it must be fantabulous. You would have planned for the week and you had excellent weekend. So, let's get started. I'm as usual, I'm so happy to hear your stories. How is it going for you? What are you doing? So please write in comments from where you're joining, how was your weekend, and what is your plan for the week. I would love to hear from you. Today, we are having a brief discussion on why speaking is important and what happens if you speak. What are the different reasons for speaking? So, we'll talk about it. It's a brief session. I kept it brief so that because it's a working day and I want people to get as much as possible in as less time as possible. So, let's get started. And as usual, I'll be starting with a story. I love stories so much. So, around 1951, there was a gentleman and he was doing sales. He realized that he has to improve his sales. What should he do? He did some introspection and some self reflection, and he realized that he need to improve on public speaking, because when he was in school he was a very shy kid. He couldn't talk to teachers confidently, he couldn't talk to his seniors or his classmates. So he felt that because he's not very good public speaker and he's not confident, he's not speaking well, if he does that, his sales will improve. So in 1951, he went and he registered for a English speaking or the public speaking course. Of course, he's a native English speaker, so he went for public speaking course. He registered at the Dale Carnegie Institute of Public Speaking, and for some reason he did not continue. We all do that. We all feel that other things are more prior. I hear it every single day. So many people contact that they want to improve on so and so things, they want to join this course, they want to do this thing, but something else is more priority. So I just want to say that our life is made of the choices we make in each moment. So if you're deciding to do a course to grow in your life, that will decide your next path. If you're deciding, if you're choosing not to do the course and stay where you are, your life will be defined based on that. We all have choices in every moment, right? And as I always say, that never lose the power to choose. We all have that power. So choices we make. And this gentleman made the choice of joining the course after some time. Because when he did not join, he realized that, oh, I'm not improving, still I need to do something. And this time I'm going for it. So he went, he deposited the check this time rather than cash. So check, he can't like take it back easily, right? So he did that, he joined the course and he started working on himself. What happened after that? He was liking a girl for quite some time and he managed to propose her. He got married to her, and she is her wife for many more years to come. Now, any guesses that who is this gentleman? Any guesses? Please write in comments that what is the name of this gentleman, if anybody knows. His sales improved. He is Warren Buffett. This is the person who has spoken for thousands of times in front of public. Once he was scared to speak. So imagine that when somebody speaks, how drastically it changes your your prospect of growth. In fact, one of the interviews when I heard him, he said that because of doing that course, his sales has increased 50 to 60% time. I came across that interview and that was really nice to hear that. So if you are still thinking that public speaking or knowing how to speak in front of your boss or your team or in a meeting room, it's not required. Just have a step back and have a reflection that how it's going to change your life. There is another beautiful study which I came across says that people are scared of public speaking more than they are scared of death. And the best part is that no one has ever died while speaking on stage out of fear of public speaking. There were other reasons, but not public speaking or speaking on stage in front of people is the reason for it. So, and still people are so scared. Why are they scared? Very simple reason. Our brain is evolved to survive and thrive in a tribe. Tribe means I'm part of a group, and if I stand up and if I give an idea, and if that idea doesn't work, my position in the tribe is at stake, and I cannot survive outside because I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest, or I'm not the like the claws or with the sharp teeth. So I'm not that animal. Human is the most fragile animal, and that's the reason our brain thinks that we have to always be part of a tribe. And standing up and sharing your views by speaking means you're putting yourself at stake, your position at stake. That's why many people fear it. So public speaking is not something to be feared. It's an acquired skill. I always tell this 100 times. It's acquired skill. I'm an introvert person and I love to talk to people still. And I love to be on stage and connect with people and share things with them. This is something like that really helps me, and like I love to do that with people. So it's not that suppose you are introvert people, so you can't speak or you don't know how to speak. It has nothing to do that. It is an acquired skill. There is a structured approach for it. You can always learn this skill. Another misconception I have seen from people is that they think that I have a technical skill and speaking skill is not required. And for that, I'll tell you a very interesting story. It's my personal story. I love stories, and especially the stories which connect with my life. When I was in grade three, and I always love maths. So, but in percentage was the first thing I came across what exactly it is. So I went to my father, and my father was brilliant in maths, and he was MSc gold medalist in chemistry. So he was a very brilliant person. So I asked him, what is the meaning of percentage? And Hindi, he explained, it's out of 100. I was shocked. I said, what do you mean by out of 100? What is 100? From where the 100 has come? And he tried to explain me for half an hour what is the meaning of person. He's using the same word. He used the same word, out of 100, out of 100. And I couldn't think from where the hell the 100 has come into picture. I'm talking about person and he's talking about 100. So although he was like brilliant in maths and applied chemistry, he was technically very knowledgeable, but his skill to present something, explain something to someone, and what idea he has in mind, sending that idea exactly same way to the other person by going at their level was missing. And that's the reason I was struggling to understand what the percentage exactly means. So technical skill and presentation skill are entirely different. Of course, technical expertise, subject matter expertise is required for presenting something, but it is acquired skill and it's entirely different from your technical knowledge. So if you're technically expert, that's brilliant, it's amazing, and you can just develop little bit of public speaking and presentation skills and you will do excellent. So technical skills and presentation skills are entirely different. Now there are hundreds of reasons why people speak, but for me it looks like only three main reasons are there why people speak. The first reason is its self expression. People want to express themselves. People wants to share with world how do they feel. They want world to know about them. Like for example, if there is a meeting and you want to talk about some topic in that meeting, you're not standing in front of everybody and talking, but you are speaking about, you have some views and you want to share it. In a board meeting, if you want to share some of your views in front of your manager, your boss, or your team, you want to share your views. During the appraisal time, you want to talk about what achievements you have. So all these things are comes under expressing yourself, and this is the first and the most important thing we all want to do. We all have a voice and we want our voice to be heard. So this is a very basic requirement of speaking. The next comes is a professional growth, where most of the people get stuck because they know they have the technical expertise but they don't know how to present it. So for this, what happens? For professional growth, speaking in front of your manager, giving a client presentation, giving a presentation to investors for investment, learning something new, teaching something new to your team, having a town, conducting a town hall meeting, giving the project status meeting to your status report to your team or your client or the sponsors, right? Presenting to investors, giving the project status report meeting, idea presentation. You have some idea and you want to present it to management. For marketing, you can use these skills. For promoting your business, so many networking events we go, and people say that I'm introvert, I don't know, I'm doing a business but I don't know how to talk about it in front of others, I hesitate a lot. So this is for your professional growth. This is a second requirement for your professional growth. When you talk about your business or anything you're talking in front of others, how to feel confident. And the next one is making an impact. So when you cross these two stages, then only the third stage come, when you realize that I have a voice and I can make an impact in this world, I can make a difference in this world. So speaking on stage, writing your books, that is also a way of expressing yourself. Speaking in public events and conferences and doing live sessions, having your own niche to share with the world what skill you are having, advocating a cause, standing for something which is really important for you and for the world. So these are some of the reasons why people speak. For expressing themselves, that's where everybody starts. Then for the professional growth, it doesn't matter you're employed or you're having a business, anything is okay. And finally, when people reach these two stages, they go to the highest one, that is the making an impact in life of yourself and life of others. So these are some of the requirements why people speak. Now again, I will say this, like, I don't get tired of saying this, all these skills are acquired skill. You can learn at any stage of your life. You can make a choice whether you want to learn now or you want to learn after 2 years or 5 years. But wherever you start, from there you will have entirely different trajectory for your growth. So to help you, I'm having a workshop, a webinar on 5th March, where I'm going to go in much more detail for 2 hours, that what are the challenges in public speaking, or you want to express yourself, or you have any ideas how to articulate it and how to feel confident when you're speaking it, how to organize your ideas. So we'll go a lot in detail in that webinar. So the QR code is there. If you want to know more about it, please join it. And it's going to be excellent because I have spoken for last 20 years across different platforms. I have done all mistakes. It's not about some book I read and I'm talking about it. I have done all possible mistakes and I have learned from my mistake. And those things I have consolidated to share with you in 2 hours webinar. So please join it. There are limited seats and I usually don't do public sessions. I have started this year because many people requested. So I started doing this year. So please join it. It's a rare opportunity for you. And I'm so happy to connect with you. Please write in comments, what did you learn today? And how is your plan for the whole week? All the best. Have a nice day.